Hi everybody, it's CW Reads. This is my book haul. Please excuse my hair. I dyed it, and since I shaved it in all off in April, it is taking a little while to grow. So it's kind of all over the place. But anyway, this is my book haul for all the books that I picked up in December or somebody sent me in the mail. So I'll go with the ones that were sent to me in mail. So every year I do the Library Things Secret Santa book exchange. And this year I put that I started reading more young adult books. So the person sent me The Giver, which I've never read before, but I've heard really good things about it. So I thought I would try it out. Jonas lives safely within the community, a place where there is no war, no hunger, and no pain. But when he's selected as the receiver of a memory, he starts to discover dark secrets that lie beneath the surface of his perfect world. Secrets that will lead him to undertake an incredible journey. And I know this is a movie too, but I always like to read the book first, see if I like it. They also sent me the Wheat Seeds Bat books, Dangerous Angels. I guess it's in 5 luminous novels. Accomplished writer Francis LeBlanc spins a saga of interwoven lives and beating hearts. These postmodern fairy tales take us to a magical Los Angeles, a place where life is a mystery. Pain can lead to poetry. Strangers become intertwined. Souls and everyone is searching for the most beautiful and dangerous angel of all, love. So the person that sent me this said this was her favorite series of books to read when she was growing up, so I'm all for that. She also sent me The Devil's Arithmetic, winner of the National Jewish Book Award. Hannah is tired of holiday gatherings. All her family talks about is the past. In fact, it seems to her that's what they do every Jewish holiday, but this year's Passover Seder will be different. Hannah will be mysteriously transported into a past, and only she knows the unspeakable horrors that await. I'm really excited to read this one. I've never even heard of this book, so I'm super excited to read it. So those were the 3 that she sent me. And then, as you saw in my previous video, I have tons of books that I have to read. There's at least 350 books that are behind me and everywhere that I have to read this year. The goal is to finish reading them, at least the older ones, because some of them have been here since 2013. They need to get read, or I need to get rid of them. I have quite a few series that I've never even cracked them open. I just have the majority of almost the whole series, and then I just thrift shopped them too much. So these books are not in the 350. These are the ones being added, but these are in the same boat. I need to read them or get rid of them. So this one I know I will be reading, and I will not be getting rid of it because this is Nightmare Born. And this is by my favorite author, Jenny Trout. I love Jenny Trout. So this is conceived in a dream, born a nightmare. There's a lot of things I know. Story structure, Hollywood trivia, what makes a director great. It's the stuff I don't know. Who my real father was, that my uncle is a demon, and the fact that I'm not human. That's got me into so much trouble. After ripping my crush's heart out, literally, I discovered that I'm not a normal autistic 17-year-old. I'm the daughter of the King of Nightmares, the cruel and exclusive goth ruler of the Nether. Now I'm stuck at Miss Perkins' School for Girls, learning how to exist in a world where things really do go bump in the night. Dangerous magic, treacherous enemies, unfairly hot vampires, and a magic school are all tropes I love in movies, but throw them into my real life, hard pass, and I still have to deal with the queen bees and bullies while unraveling a conspiracy that could crumble the very foundation of reality as we know it. That's bull. And then it just kind of ends there, but I love Jenny Trout's books. I've read all of her books, so I cannot wait to dive into this one. This is her first young adult book, is my understanding. So this one's going to be fun. And then one of my closest friends has been getting mad at me for years because I have not read this series. So this year I'm going to start this series. I'm going to be reading it and listening to it on audio, and that is the Outlander series by Diana Gabaldon. I hope I said that right. Yeah, this is about a woman it's 1945, and something happens while she's on vacation with her husband, and she ends up in 1743. So I have not started this yet, but I will be starting it, and I have the audiobook to go with it, so when I'm not reading, I can listen to it. But yeah, this will make my friend happy because she keeps yelling at me that I need to read this, and then I need to watch the show. We'll see how that goes. Next, I picked up When Daddy Comes Home by Toni Maguire. This is a nonfiction book. This is the second book in her series about herself as she was growing up and what happened after her dad got home from jail after the heinous stuff he had done. I just finished reading the first book, which is Don't Tell Mommy. There'll be another video on that one about how I felt about that book, but I couldn't wait to pick this one up and read it and find out what's going on with what happens after her dad gets out of jail. So I know that's going to be a hard one to read. I also picked up Wonder by R.J. Palacio. And this is actually going to be a buddy read with me and my 11-year-old son. We're both going to read one chapter a week, each of us, and then talk about it and stuff. We're also doing there was a 365 Days of Wonder book that we're doing at the same time, and a 365-day book of kindness that him and I are both doing. So this is a buddy read for us. Then I picked up The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Now, I've seen this movie, and I heard the book was really good, so I wanted to check the book out, and so I'm finally going to read it. It's supposed to be a coming-of-age story. I know what the movie is about, so I had to switch cameras. The other one ran out of room, so let's get back to this. So then I picked up The Sunshine Sisters by Jane Green. Ronnie Sunshine left London for Hollywood to become a beautiful, charismatic star of the silver screen, but at home she was a narcissistic, disinterested mother who alienated her 3 daughters. Still, when Ronnie learned that she has a serious disease, she calls her now adult girls home to fulfill her final wishes. And though Nell, Meredith, and Liz have never been close, their mother's illness draws them together to confront the old jealousies and secret fears that they have threatened to tear those sisters apart. As they face the loss of their mother, they all discover if blood might be thicker than water after all. I picked that up for $1. It was at the dollar store. I pick up a lot of books at the dollar store if I don't get them from Savers, the thrift store. The Summer Everything Changed by Holly Chamberlain. When Louisa Birza was living in Boston, she dreamed of another way of life, far from phony smiles and a small talk of corporate dinners. Now she's got what she's wanted, though not exactly the way she hoped. Blindsided by her husband's affair, Louise has used her divorce settlement to buy Blueberry Bay, a picturesque bed and breakfast. And with a celebrity wedding taking place on the premises, this summer's business is looking up. While Louise deals with paparazzi and wedding plannings, her 16-year-old daughter is falling hard for a local boy. So, this one sounded pretty good when I read it, so I thought I'd check it out too. And then I have The Walking Dead, The Road to Woodbury by Robert Kirkman and Jay Bonzine. And this is a series that's part of The Walking Dead. I picked this one up at the dollar store as well. I thought I'd check it out. I'm a big Walking Dead fan. A little behind in the series, but I'll get caught up. I also picked up The Other Story by Tania de Rosena. And this is about a 24-year-old man who stumbles upon a troubling secret about his family A secret that was carefully concealed. In shock, he embarks on a journey to uncover the truth. So, I thought this sounds interesting. I kind of want to know what the big secret is, so I got that one. This is Good Luck with That by Kristen Higgins. And Emerson, Georgia, and Marley have been best friends ever since they met as a weight loss campus team. When Emerson tragically passed away, she leaves one final wish for the best friends: to conquer the fears they still carry as adults. That scooped me in right there, so I can't wait to jump in this one and find out what it was and what their fears are, and I'm hoping it's a good friendship book. And then I picked up this. It's called Conspiracy 365 by Gabrielle Lord, and the first book is January. There are 12 books in this series, and every book is 1 month. So I got the first book, and I actually have July and May, but I got January just to see if I like it, and if I like it, I'm going to go back and get more of them. But I found July and May at like a thrift store, so. Echo Rising by Danny Ware is a science fiction with the safety catch-off, is what it says. Echo is an unlikely savior, a savage, gleefully cynical rebel assassin. He operates out of high-tech London, making his own rules in this repress and subdue society. So this will be my first type of book like this, but it was only $1, so I figured I would check it out. I've never really read assassin books. And then this is Jem and Dixie by Sarah Zarr, a novel by the author of Story of a Girl. Jem has never known what it is to have security. She never has known as an adult she could truly rely on, but the one constant in her life has been Dixie. Jem grew up taking care of her sister when no one else could, not their mother, whose issues make it hard for her to keep food on the table, and definitely not their father, whose intermittent presence in the world. Presence is the only thing worse than his frequent absences. Even as Jem and Dixie have grown apart, they've always had each other. When their dad returns home for the first time in years and tries to insert himself back in their lives, Jem finds herself with an unexpected opportunity. 3 days with Dixie, on their own, in Seattle and beyond. But the short trip soon becomes something more, as Jem discovers that to save herself, she may have to sever the one bond she's tried so hard to keep. And then I picked up this series by Holly Black called... I swear I don't know what's going on. My phone stops working, the camera stops working. It's crazy. So this is by Holly Black. It's Tither, a modern day fairy tale. And there's 3 books in this series, and I picked these all up from Savers, which is a thrift store. So I thought I would check them out as well, because I'm always looking for something new to read. This is The King is Dead and the Kingdom is Hers Alone by Robert M. Drake. I'm not exactly sure what this book is about. It looks like it's poems, because there's nothing on the back of it, so it looks like it's poetry. So, but I mean, it was $1. It's always fun to check those out. And then I got Zombiekins by Kevin Balger. And this is, he's a little bit bunny, a little bit Teddy, and a whole lot of zombie. The little town of Derma is as boring as they come, but a mysterious stuffed animal is about to liven things up. So, it's definitely a middle school young kid book, but I don't mind. I want to check it out. And then I got Ninja Timmy, written and illustrated by Henrik Taman, and this was $1. Timmy the cat, his pal Simon the mink, and the pig brothers Jasper and Casper are inventors, and they're hoping to sell their fabulous new contraption to a local merchant. As they haul their machine through the crowded streets of Elzevir, they are robbed by a gang of bullies. With the help of 2 new friends, a kindly old toy maker and a skilled cat pilot, Timmy and his pals set out to get back what's rightfully theirs. And I thought this was super cute looking. And I mean, it was $1. Uh, my daughter has read this book. I've heard booktubers talk about it. Everyone's been talking about it. I've gone back and forth of whether I wanted to read it, but I found it for $1 at the dollar store. So I got Fangirl by Robin Rao. So we'll see if I end up liking this. I mean, it was only $1. If I end up not liking it, it's no big deal. Let's put it on paperback swap. From the Once Upon a Book Club, I got Today, Tonight, and Tomorrow by Rachel Lynn Solomon. And I believe this whole book is supposed to take place in like one day. It's supposed to be like the last day of their senior year, and then there's supposed to be a party, and then so I had this one to read. And goodness, okay. So this story is supposed to be about Eleanor and Patricia. And Patricia's daughter is 13 years old, and she's difficult. She's recovering from polio, and she needs a private tutor. So Eleanor decides to become the tutor, and then it's set at the end of 2 years after World War II. So, and then I got this one from Once Upon a Book Box, and it's Ray Bear by Jordan Fluco. And I've heard a lot of booktubers like this book, and so I decided to check it out. So this book is called The Secret Order of the Gum Street Girls by Ellis Primbear. And it says, beware faint of heart. It could be that you are expecting a story about girls that are terrific friends, always there for one another, eager to help and support. Maybe you're expecting to read about their lighthearted adventures, like helping cats down from trees or solving the mystery of the missing hair extensions. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you may as well know right now that there will be no lighthearted adventures. What's worse, the girls of Gum Street don't like one another at all. And then I picked up volume 1, 2, 3, and 4 of The Walking Dead. These were like $1.50 each, and I got them from the Savor store as well. So those will be fun. And then I also picked up book 1, 2, and 3 of The Paper Girls, and I've heard several YouTubers talking about how much they love this series. So I picked these up also from Savers, and they were like $1.50 each, which if you go to Savor, if you buy 4, you get 4 books, you get a 5th book free. So technically one of those books is free. Now, I picked up Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. This will be my year-long read, because I tried a few years ago to listen to this on audiobook, and it about killed me. So, and I borrowed it from the library, so I did take it back. So I'm hoping that this will be better, because then this will be my year-long read. And then I picked up Speak by Laurie Hales Anderson. I picked this one up. I've already read this one, but I didn't have a copy anymore because they sent it to my niece. And then I went ahead and picked up her book Shout, because I wanted to check this one out too. And then I also picked up a copy of Ready Player One, because I don't own a copy of Ready Player One. I just have it on audiobook. So now I have both it on audio and paperback. And I picked up The Mortal Instruments, City of Bones, Book 1 by Cassandra Clare. I have these books on audio as well, but I don't own them, so I picked this one up too. And I got these at Savor, so it wasn't too bad. But as you can see, I have a lot of books to read this year, so if all goes well, they'll all be either read or they'll be DNF'd and they'll be gone, or some of them may get a chance to follow into 2022, but I really don't want to. I really just want to keep the ones I'm going to read. So drop me a line if you made it this far. Sorry for all the back and forth. I don't know what's going on. My camera would only let me do 44 seconds of stuff. My phone messed up. So anyway, bye everyone.